Assalamualaikum and a very good day to everyone. My name is Insyirah binti Izarizal and today I'll be presenting my painting project titled Di Manakah Kau Berdiri, which translates to Where Do You Stand? This artwork is a social commentary exploring social hierarchy and class inequality, which is an issue that still defines our society today. Through this piece, I use art as a mirror, encouraging viewers to reflect on their own place within a system that divides us by wealth and privilege. The theme and the issue of my painting is that my project centers on hierarchy, which is the division between the upper, middle, and lower class. Even in a modern, globalized world, inequality still persists. The rich enjoy privilege, the middle struggles to maintain stability, and the poor continue to survive despite hardship. What fascinates me is not just the financial gap, but the emotional distance between these groups, which is how empathy often disappears across class boundaries. So, I ask a simple yet critical question: Di manakah kau berdiri? So, to explore this, I replaced human figures with anthropomorphic animals, which is like lions, crocodiles, dogs, wolves, and mice, to symbolize power, pressure, and perseverance. By removing human identity, the work focuses on behavior and symbolism, which allow the message to reach to viewers without bias or accusations. So for style and artist reference. For style, I use an expressive, symbolic visual style, which is influenced by Samsuddin Wahab, Ahmad Shukri Muhammad, and Jalaini Abu Hassan. These three Malaysian artists known for combining narrative, social critique, and visual metaphor. The medium of bitumen plays a crucial role. I choose to do reverse technique, which I was inspired by an artist named Khairi Fakri. Its dark, glossy, and uneven texture conveys the emotional weight of inequality. Bitumen stains everything it touches, like social hierarchy that stains our society. Even though each class lived differently, the same medium unites them, showing that how they all are exist in one system. Then, we move on to process and experimentation. My process began with stretching and preparing the canvas. Firstly, I applied bitumen and splashed the turpentine before the bitumen dried to create random organic textures that symbolizing unpredictability in social life. After it dried down, I sketched using white pencil and then carve any lightings and shadows with turpentine. Finally, I added oil color paint for selective highlight. For example, green for the snooker table, the red is for the seating in the train, and the blue is for the bowl. So, each panel tells a different story. And then we move to art, elements and principle analysis. When analyzing this triptych, several key art elements and principles define its impact. First one is lined. The line is quite harsh and expressive carvings that shape emotion and tensions. For color, they are limited, dark, and symbolic, reflecting how social weight and the mood. And then there are also texture. The gritty surface of bitumen adds depth and rawness in the paintings. There's also value, which is a strong contrast between light and dark, guides attention to social disparity. There's also space in each paintings to represent restriction and confinement. So when the viewers see the paintings, each scenes in the painting feels very enclosed. In terms of principles, there is balance. As you can see in the painting, all of the balance you can see from the different lifestyle that happened in three of the different classes. There is also contrast to emphasize inequality through texture and tone. For example, the arrogance of the elite, the fatigue of workers, and the compassion of the poor. There is also rhythm and movement. As you can see, from the flow from top to bottom shows the downward of emotional journey through classes. There's also unity and harmony, which tie all the panels together through consistent technique, creating one cohesive social reflection. This visual structure doesn't just organize the work, it also communicates the very system that I am criticizing. So, in conclusion, di manakah kau berdiri, which is where do you stand, represent the emotional truth of inequality. The upper class enjoys leisure, the middle class struggles in routine, and the lower class fights quietly in survival. The bitumen medium acts as a metaphorical stand, reminder that everyone, regardless of class, lives under the same moral weight of this hierarchy. Through this project, I also learned that art is not just about beauty, it is about awareness. So this experience taught me to translate emotion into form and concept into texture. So by exploring both materials and meaning, I discovered that painting can speak louder than words. It can question, challenge, and also connect people across divisions. So, when viewers stand before my work, I hope that they don't just look at the animals or textures. I hope that they ask themselves, where do I stand? And perhaps, who stands beside or beneath me? Thank you so much.